floor, right? Why doesn't the floor stop them from falling? Why shouldn't there be a collision there if that's the case? Because it's default? Would this work? Not sure actually. The collider is set trigger. Is trigger is true. Oh, okay. So if we don't have this set, all right, that's cool. Gotcha. All right, so oh, okay. I think I'm getting it. So everything here wouldn't really come into play until is hit.
Oh!
Why?
Now you fucked up!
Why?
Now you fucked up! Now you fucked up! You have fucked up now!
I was reminded that bits are in fact a thing. Have my first biddies. Happy cupcakes.
Jesus fucking Christ, Naomi. What the fuck? Well, I guess you're helping me pay for Unity, I guess. Fucking Christ. Thank you very much. You really don't need to do that, but thank you very much. That's fucking ridiculous. God damn. We have some weird viewers. Fucking Jesus. Thank you very much, Naomi. Learn Unity with me.
Now our behavior is identical and performant. So, static colliders shouldn't move, like walls and floors. Dynamic colliders can move, and have a rigid body attached. Standard rigid bodies are moved using physics forces. Kinematic rigid bodies are moved using their transform.
Pay for it? Well, alright, so here's the thing. I paid for it on accident because I didn't realize what it actually meant. It was like, if you're like fucking, you use this and you got fucking dollar bills, you gotta pay for it. I'm like, well, I was gonna stream using it, so I thought that kind of counted, but I wasn't really sure. And I was told, no, it doesn't count. So I'm like, oh, well, that's awkward. So I don't fucking know, dude.
In the next assignment, we will count our collectible objects and make a simple UI to display our score and messages.
Okay, so we get scores and messages now? We actually get to make a UI? Oh my god.
Counting, displaying text, and ending the game. We need a tool to store the value of our counted collectibles, and another tool to add to that value as we collect and count them. Let's add this tool to our player controller script. Select the player game object and open the player controller script for editing. Let's add a private
I have you. Okay.
variable to hold our count. This will be an int, as our count will be a whole number. We won't be collecting partial objects. And let's call it count. So, in our game, we will first start with a count of 0. Then we will need to increment our count value by 1 when we pick up a new object.
Yes.
First, we need to set our count value to 0. As this variable is private, we don't have any access to it in the inspector. This variable is only available for use within this script, and as such we will need to set its starting value here in the script. There are several ways we can set the starting value of count, but in this assignment we will do it in the start function. In start, set our count to be equal to 0.
I was actually about to do that exact thing.
Next, we need to add to count when we pick up our collectible game objects.
Sweet.
We will pick up our objects in onTriggerEnter if the other game object has the tag pickup. So this is where we add our counting code. After setting the other game object's active state to false, we add our new value of count is equal to our old value of count plus 1.
Oh my god, I'm learning!
There are other ways to add, count up, or increment a value when coding for Unity, but this one is very easy to understand, and this is the one that we're going to use in this assignment. Save this script and return to Unity.
So happy. so happy.
Now we can store and increment our count, but we have no way of displaying it. It would also be good to display a message when the game is over. To display text in this assignment, we will be using Unity's UI toolset to display our text and values. First, let's create a new UI text element from the hierarchy's Create menu.
Holy shit. Hold on a second. Wait. What is this plus count thing? Is there another way to do this? So I can just do like this? Are you guys, is that a thing I could do? I feel like I'd be breaking shit. No, I don't think that's right. That can't be right. I don't think that's right. I think we should probably stick with what we had. Count plus plus equals count plus 1. Count plus plus is the same thing as count equals plus 1. Alright, let's just stick with what we have. I think this is more understandable for me. Okay. Alright, hold on a second. So we're creating
Element from the hierarchy's Create menu.
UI text, right? Okay. Got you. Okay. Wait, I can minimize these now. Minimize. Thank you. Create UI text.
Let's look at what we've added to the hierarchy.
You added text.
We seem to have gotten more than we bargained for. We don't just have a UI text element, but we've also created a parent canvas element and an event systems game object.
I didn't ask for this.
These are all required by the UI toolset.
Oh, okay. I did.
The single most important thing to know about these additional items is that all UI elements must be the child of a canvas to behave correctly. For more information on the UI tools, including the canvas and the event system, please see the information linked below. Rename the text element count text.
Okay.
So let's customize this element a bit. The default text is a bit dark.
I can't even see it. Where is it? I'm pressing F. Oh, it's over there. Whoa. What the frick? What are you doing over here? Where are we? What the fuck? Undo what we just did. You're all the way over. Why are you doing all the way over there for? What? How did this happen? His looks nothing like that.
Rename the text element count text. So
Thank you, KDC. I appreciate that.
let's customize this element a bit. The default text is a bit dark.
Where? Where? You're... It's okay. Don't worry.
Let's make the text color white, so it's easier to see.
Okay. White.
The
Well, how
size
is-
and alignment.
How is his there, though? That's what's bugging me. Do I move it? I'll move it. I'll freaking do it, dude. I'm about to do it. You attach the text to the camera. Can I do it like this? I think I'm gonna, I shouldn't fuck with shit. I shouldn't fuck with shit. Don't fuck with shit. No fucking with shit. Hold on a second. What was that? Hit the 2D button on the top of your viewport. Since your screen resolution is large, it will be huge in 3D space in Unity. The 2D button on the top of viewport. What the fuck did you just say to me? What? What? Alright. I'm gonna reset the text. Oh, it's because I didn't reset the origin. stupid. I'm dumb. I'm just a stupid person. I'm just dumb. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm just stupid. All right, you're dealing with a stupid person today. Underseen top left. Ah, fancy. I'm just stupid.
Are good. And let's add some placeholder text. Count text.
That's some good text right there. That's damn good text. Well text. Dollar bills, y'all.
We want our text to display in the upper left of the screen when the game is playing. We can see that the UI text is currently displaying in the center of the screen in the game view. This is because the text element is anchored to the center of its parent, which is, in this case, the canvas.
Right.
It is worth noting that the transform component on UI elements is different from the other game objects in Unity. For UI elements, the standard transform has been replaced with the rect transform, which takes into account many specialized features necessary for a versatile UI system, including anchoring and positioning. For more information on the rect transform, please see the information link below. One of the easiest ways to move the count text element into the upper left is to anchor it to the upper left corner of the canvas, rather than to its center.
Okay.
To do this, open the Anchors and Presets menu by clicking on the button displaying the current anchor preset. When we re-anchor this text element, we also want to set
Ooh, Mama Luigi.
the pivot and the position based on the new anchor. So we will hold down both the Shift
Oh, we gotta
and
hold
the Alt
shift
keys,
and alt? Okay.
and then select the upper left.
Oh, that's neat.
Tell me about it.
Oh, cool. All right. Also, hold on a second. Hang on a second. Oh, I have to input fonts? Is that interesting? All right, we'll just do $dollar bills because it's cutting off. Okay. I never understood the difference between rich text and not rich text, but I'm gonna put rich text because this is for the coins. It's fine. Also, Plooper. Thanks, man.
Corner button. That's done it. It's up in the corner. But now it looks budged up against the corner of the game view.
If you want to have fun, so you need to bring the TTF into the project folder. Okay, that doesn't sound too hard. I'll do that if I really want to. Fuck that stuff.
Let's give it some space between the text and the edges of the screen, as we are anchored to the upper left corner of the canvas. And we've set our pivot to the upper left corner as well.
Change the position, right?
The easiest way to give the text a little breathing room is to change the rect transform's pause X and pause Y values.
Yes.
10 and -10 seems about right.
Oh my god, he's so fucking smart, dude. This dude is fucking smart.
Some room around it, yet it's still up and out of the way. So let's wire up the UI text element to display our count value. Start by opening the player controller script for editing.
Going back
Before
in,
we
baby.
can code anything related to any UI elements, we need to tell our script more about them. The details about the UI toolset are held in what's called a namespace. We need to use this namespace, just as we are using Unity Engine and System Collections. So, to do this, at the top of our script, write using unityengine.ui. With this in place, we can now write our code.
Okay.
First, create a new public text variable called countText to hold a reference to the UI text component on our UI text game object. We need to set the starting value of the UI text's text property.
That equals count.
We can do this in Start as well. Write countText.text equals
count.
the string value of count :space plus count to string. And we need the parentheses. Now this line of code must be written after the line setting our count value. Count must have some value for us to set the text with. Now we also need to update this text property every time we pick up a new collectible. So in onTriggerEnter,
I'm
after
sorry,
we
sir,
increment
go
our
back
count,
one more time really quick. What were you saying?
we can do this in Start as well. Write countText.text equals the string value of count :space plus count to string. And we need the parentheses. Now this line of code must be written after the line setting our count value.
Right.
Count must have some value for us to set the text with. Now we also need to update this text property every time we pick up a new collectible. So in onTriggerEnter, after we increment our count value, let's write again countText.text equals count :space plus count to string. We've now written the same line of code twice in the same script.
Yeah, why?
This is generally bad form.
Oh, shit.
One way to make this a little more elegant is to create a function that does the work in one place, and we simply call this function every time we need it.
Genius.
Let's create a new function with void setCountText, and then an empty set of parentheses and brackets. Now let's move one instance of this line of code into the function by cutting and pasting it. And in its place, let's put a line of code simply calling the function. Finally, let's replace the other line with the function call as well.
Okay, hold on. You're going a little too fast for my little brain to manage here. Okay.
And in its place, let's put a line of code simply calling the function.
Okay, just set count. Okay.
Finally, let's replace the other line with the function call as well.
And we'll do that each time.
Excellent.
Okay.
Save and swap back to Unity. Now we can see our player controller script has a new text property. We can associate a reference to our count
Don't use what we call the function just when creating the first time. Gotcha.
text simply by dragging and dropping the countText game object into the slot.
Okay. That's the player, right? Count text. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. Wait a second. What have I done wrong? I feel something's wrong here. I sense a disturbance in this video game. Hold on.
Reference to our countText simply by dragging and dropping.
Why do I not see that? There's no count text. There should be a count text. Because I made the float thing, right? This should be float, shouldn't it? Why is it texture? Am I text? Uh-oh. Fuck. Okay, hold on. Okay. Alright, fuck. Alright. Okay. Focus. Hold on. Oh no, I'm getting overwhelmed suddenly. No, relax. Focus. Alright. What did we do wrong? And what are we trying to fix? Semicolon? Did I forget a semicolon somewhere? Was it here? Is this where I forgot it? Oh shit, I did. I need semicolons, guys. Okay, that doesn't fix our issue. Fuck. A semicolon after using Unity.ui? I never put a semicolon up there? Oh my god. Oh no. Change a texture to text. Oh, is that why I'm so confused as to why texture's there? Oh shit. No, okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. let's see. Compare our code to this code. What did we do wrong? Okay. So, use Unity Engine.ui. Got it. Player controller, mono. Okay, whatever. Text, win text. What? Oh, that okay. That must be other shit. Capital T.
I never asked for this.
I didn't either. Okay, I think that might be it. Hold on a second. Wait, where's his? Dude, what did I do? What the fuck did I do? No. Fuck. Alright. Okay. Start from the beginning again.
Tell our script more about them.
I'm fucking stupid.
The details about the UI toolset are held in what's called a namespace. We need to use this namespace, just as we are using Unity Engine and System Collections.
Right.
So, to do this, at the top of our script, write using unityengine.ui.
Do I need to put that like above this
With
shit?
this in place, we can now write our code.
Probably not, but
First, create a new public text variable called countText to hold a reference to the UI text component on our UI text game object.
Text count.
We need to set the starting value of the UI text's text property.
Okay.
We can do this in Start as well. Write countText.text equals the string value of count :space plus count to string.
What?
And we need the parentheses. Now this line of code must be written after
It's still not
the line setting our count value. Count must have some value for us to set the text with. Now we also need to update this text property every time we pick up a new collectible. So in onTriggerEnter, after we increment our count value, let's write again countText.text equals count :
Oh, Jones in TeamSpeak? Alright. Alright, I'm in TeamSpeak.
space plus count to string. We've now written the same line of code twice in the same script. This is generally bad form. One way to make this a little more
Is that
elegant
really it?
is to create a function that does the work in one
Already
place,
figured it out? Okay.
and we simply call this function every time we need it. Let's create a new function with void set count text, and then
If I figured it out though, it's there. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think I did it now. It's back.
empty set of parentheses and brackets. Now let's move one instance of this line of code into the function by cutting and pasting it.
Oh, man.
And in its place, let's put a line of code simply calling the function.
Okay. Open up bars. Make
Finally,
sure we're always
let's
paying
replace the other line with the function call as well.
Set count. Yep. Okay.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Save and swap back to Unity.
Okay.
Now we can see our player controller script has a new text property.
Yes, it does.
We can associate a reference to our count text simply by dragging and dropping the count text game object into the slot.
Uh-huh.
Unity will find the text component on the game object and correctly associate the reference.
Thank you, Aber.
Now let's save, enter play mode, and test.
Shit, we're already at that point? It would work? Also, Black Shadow needs to say text instead of get. Oh, I already got that. Thank you, though. Okay. Moment of truth. It works! Holy shit, high score incoming! Get it! Oh. Hello world.
Aha! Not only do we collect these objects, but we count them now. Let's exit play mode.
Oh, man.
We need to display a message when we have collected all of the cubes.
Oh,
To do
happy hour. How do you feel about climbing textures now? I think they're disgusting in the Scourge of the Earth.
this, we will need another UI text element. Again, using the Hierarchy's Create menu, make a new UI text element.
Excuse me, what are we doing?
To do this, we will need a... Let's exit play mode.
Don't be in play mode.
We need to display a message when we have collected all of the cubes.
Oh, like the
To
you
do
win
this,
screen.
we will need another UI text element.
Okay.
Again, using the Hierarchy's Create menu, make a new UI text element. And rename it WinText.
Win text. Okay. Gotcha. I can do that. Create UI text. Right click. Rename. Win text.
Note how this new UI text element is automatically added to our canvas.
Mm-hmm.
Again, as before, let's customize the values on the component. Let's color the text white so it is easier to see.
I love how he says it. White. Sorry. Can you get any higher? No? Okay, that's fine.
Let's make the text a little larger. Let's try about 24.
About 24. You know, it's just a little 24. It's a little 24. Also, setting the position. 24, that's for bitches, dog. Okay, maybe that's a little bit too big. Let's go 50. Yeah, that's fine. That's good. You did. Why does it do that? There's a reason. Wrap. Overflow. Center.
Lastly, let's adjust the alignment.
Wait. That's better.
To center and middle.
Oh, and middle?
And again, let's add placeholder text. WinText.
Not good enough.
We want this text to display in the center of the game screen, but up a little so it doesn't cover the player game object.
Ah.
To do this, simply adjust the rect transform's pause Y value, as by default,
I'm gonna put it to like 35. Okay. 90. Okay. 125. 120. Perfect.
this UI text element is anchored to the center of the canvas. A value of about 75 feels good.
Screw you.
Save the scene and swap back to the scripting editor.
Okay.
We need to add a reference to this UI text element. Create a new public text variable and call it WinText. Now, let's set the starting value for the UI text's text property. This is set to an empty string, or 2 double quote marks with no content. This text property will start empty. Then in the setCountText function, let's write if count is greater than or equal to 12, which is the total number of objects we have in the game to collect, then our winText.text equals you win. Save this script and return to Unity.
You can shut up. In the middle of typing. And also, these things here suck. Get out of here. I'm sorry. What did you say, sir? Okay. WinText.text equals. Oh, is this just... This is what would actually show? Oh. Would that work? Can we use slashes still? I hope so. So WinText.text. Okay. All right. So what exactly just happened?